Welcome to the Dropouts Podcast. You are here with your host, Samaj Sinclair, and to the right of me, my fault, let me bring that back. Welcome to the Dropouts Podcast. You are here with your host, Samaj Sinclair, and to the left of me, we got the co-host, the one, the only.
It's your boy Bleezy. How y'all doing today? We got a special one for y'all today. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yo, Broad D. Mitchell, 251.
251. Where's that? Where's that at? That's Alabama?
Yeah, that's Millry, Alabama.
Okay. What brought you out here?
Oh, man. First off, just school.
School.
Came up here. Concord became home. Just been here ever since.
Where'd you go to school?
Went to Millry High School, Millry, Alabama. Went to college, undergrad at UNC Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you go to school for?
Political science.
Nice. How was it? How's your transition coming from Alabama to Charlotte?
Oh, man, it was different. It was real different. I come from a small country town. I graduated with like 39 students.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like the census bureau of my town was like, I think like, 600. So high school is bigger than my town.
That's crazy.
Then
I can relate somewhat. I come from like a small town, what I thought was small, but it's like 30,000. And then I moved out here, and it's definitely a whirlwind. It's definitely different, for sure.
What's the difference between Charlotte, the Concord area, and like where you lived in Alabama?
I would say the culture.
The culture?
The culture real different. Down there we real country, they call it the Bible Belt. A lot of woods. Up here it's just like, you got a lot of city. You got Charlotte like 10 miles away. Very urban. I think it's like 45 minutes to the nearest Walmart in my town.
Oh, damn. So you got to plan that grocery trip. Be ready.
That's pretty cool. So, like, you said it was real country. What are some things you grew up doing that, some country stuff? What's Alabama like? What's your childhood like?
Oh, yeah. So, like, I grew up working a lot. We worked a lot. That's one thing that kept me occupied. I played football, but the main thing in my spare time, it was like I wanted to play the game on the weekends, but I was raised with my grandma, and it was just like, hey, nah, you ain't gonna be in the house all day. Go outside and do something. Go pick up some sticks. Go cut the grass. Go with your uncle. Go make you some dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I mean, moving, I'd say that's one of the biggest differences for me moving from my small town to here is that I don't see anybody outside in comparison. You know what I mean? Where I come from, like, everybody's got a yard. There's a little bit more room. And, like, I see kids out. I see people riding their bikes. Like, people are going from one side of the town to the other. Here, it's just people inside. You know what I mean? I rarely see people out and about doing stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward at first because I always felt like I had to do something. Like when I first moved to the Concord, when I first got here, I was in an apartment. So got here was just like, wake up in the morning, give me some breakfast. I started watching TV. It just did not feel right. It was just like, nah, like what do I gotta do? But then it was like, this is chill. This. It took me like at least maybe 3 years to get adjusted to that. Honestly, 3 years, because I did that for like. Honestly, I started working with my grandparents, man, my uncles, from like the age of 5 to 18.
What were you doing at 5 years old?
Oh, man, just being out in the field. My grandparents, they own a mobile home company. So even if it was just giving bricks to my granddaddy while he under the trailer, doing work, just being out there with him, just being outside. That's the one thing in the South. They just want you outside.
So you think working at such an early age, you think that really like set the framework for who you are today?
I mean, a part of it. It taught me good work ethic. That's one thing. I would say more yes than no.
More yes than no?
Yeah, more yes than no. Yeah. I could elaborate on it more, but I mean, even if, say for instance, even if I was rich, I feel like I would install those same principles in my kids. You know, even my daughter, you know what I mean? Let her know what it feel like to be in a garden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let her know what it feel like to, just be doing something, not just to be laying up, teach her valuable things. Yeah.
For
Do
sure.
you have any kids?
I don't have any kids, no.
I definitely agree with that long term. You aspire to have kids?
For sure, a lot.
Nice.
But
I feel you.
it look like I'm only gonna have like 3 right now.
Why?
I don't know if my girl want a lot of kids, but I think she'll give me 3.
You could probably, if she's down to be pregnant 3 times, you could probably just fuck around and get triplets.
Make it happen, on that last time.
Yeah.
Pop out an extra 3. Well, 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the only way, I feel like. But that's dope. Why do you want a lot of kids?
I come from a big family, man. I come from a big family. I'm the first grandchild on both sides. So just being around a lot of family. My granddaddy and my grandma, they had like 5. So I think 5 would have been my max. But so I keep it at 3, less expensive.
Yeah.
I feel that. So you're a musician, huh?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah. I would say I'm an artist.
Oh, an artiste.
An artiste. What who's your biggest inspiration in music?
Man. If I would have to say who my biggest inspiration was, it would definitely be 2 people. I just couldn't give one credit without the other. So it would probably be Frank Ocean and Drake.
Hell yeah.
Those
Combo.
Yeah, 2 fire. Two of the probably like biggest names in music.
For sure.
What do you
in
like?
their own way too.
Yeah, like they're not the same. Oh, it was actually funny. You remember when Frank Ocean was supposed to perform, or they thought it was gonna be Frank Ocean at Tyler the Creator's Festival, and then it was actually Drake who showed up, and then he got booed.
Damn. They said we wanted Frank.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? And it was a surprise performer, and it was Drake, and everyone just decided it was gonna be Frank Ocean. But you would have been happy. You would have been like, yo, either way, this is amazing.
For sure. Either way would have been amazing. But I really grew up off rock, man. But I wouldn't say I got too much influence for them.
What you listen to? Or what were you listening to, like, growing up?
Yeah. So when I fell in love with rock, I heard Fall Out Boy. Sugar, We're Going Down. When I heard that song, I was like, oh, this is it right here. I was like, this is it right here. We was on a field trip. It was to Chatham, Alabama. That's our biggest rival, Chatham. We the Wildcats. They the Bulldogs. Highway 17. We like 14 miles down the street from each other. So we went on a little field trip. My boy had a CD player. His name Britton. Shout out Britton. He had his little CD player. He had some headphones. We sitting down. I was like, let me see what you listen to, bro. He's like, you might not like it. Let me see it, bro. Put it on, bro. The first song to play, Sugar, We're Going Down. I was like, oh, that's it. I was like, what's this song? At that time, I was probably the only kid that had internet in my area. Just my general area.
Yeah.
Not the town. So I went home, got on YouTube. I think I played that song I probably gave that song at least 1% of his views.
That's funny.
Do you know that song?
No, not offhand.
Really?
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I do. I grew up on metal from my parents, and then I say when like rock, alternative rock, and then once I moved out here, it shifted more towards like rap, hip hop, stuff like that. Yeah. But definitely grew up listening to stuff like that all the time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's really interesting because you refer to Alabama as the South, which is definitely more southern than here, but we're still in the Bible Belt. So I didn't know that there'd be such vast differences of like life here versus there. You know what I mean? But I guess we are near.
I would assume
Charlotte.
There is like what it was here was like before
it started growing
into a
and shit.
city,
Yeah.
Still rural country like.
Yeah. Would you move back?
Not to live forever.
Yeah.
I would want to have some land. I would want to have have some land, have like a little estate there. Go check in and out, but not to live forever, nah.
Gotta instill the values somewhere with the kids, right?
You know what I
Yeah.
For sure. And then most of my family is there. Like we probably make up at least, man, 30% of our town. You know, and
That's
so it's a
crazy.
lot of family there. So
30% of the town.
maybe 30%. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Said a high school bigger than a city. That's
Damn,
crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you meet your wife here or there?
In college, actually.
College here.
To you in CC, right? 49ers.
That's crazy.
Would
Like
you,
30% of the people around you related to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
That's
you
crazy.
can't even look around for like shorties.
That's funny as heck, for real.
Let me check that ID first.
Sometimes you got, exactly. Hey, granddaddy, you know this girl? That's your cousin, bro.
You're like, oh, sorry, it's not gonna work.
So we can't do this.
Y'all met at school? Do you have classes together or what?
No, not necessarily classes. Just like through mutual friends.
Okay.
You know, just we was in the same complex,
Nice.
Okay.
so
Same
we would see
apartment.
each other around.
A lot
you know.
happened at that apartment for you, huh? That's
Man,
a good spot to
bro,
come into.
have y'all heard of U-Walk?
What is it?
U-Walk.
Maybe.
It's like right across the street from
Yes,
UNCC.
yes.
Yeah, that's where we was. Shout out U-Walk. A
Okay.
lot did happen there.
That's what's up.
That's where you got your. You met some people who really put you on in Charlotte. You said you met the homie Kev over there, and that's how you started getting into music.
So nah. So we like when I first moved here, I lived with my parents.
Uh-huh.
So we lived in Bexley.
Oh, so your parents
shit.
moved here as well.
So my parents they were already here.
Okay.
I live with my grandparents.
All right. So break it down. Who's in Alabama right now?
Everybody besides my mom and my stepdad. And
Okay.
my sister. Yeah.
And they moved down here before, and you were still down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Gotcha.
you.
So yeah, we met in Bexley Apartments.
Yeah, I know exactly what I said.
And that's what I met K Will, Javo,
Javo.
and even Logan.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. And then
Small world.
that's you started getting into music with them.
Always been into music, but that's when I really first got on the track. When I was like, dang, like it's people close to me that's actually putting down tracks right now. Like they actually doing this. So
Mhm.
yeah.
First time getting on a track, how did that feel?
I felt like I was about to make it.
Yeah.
I thought it was up from there, but you
That's
know,
what's
that realistically, that's not how it happened. You know,
For sure.
But it felt good. It felt like I was making steps 100%.
Hell yeah.
Sure, it's a good feeling.
Like the first time you were in the studio, like could you walk us through that, like the day that they were like, yo, come through and record?
Yeah, so we was at Jabo house, right? We was at his house, man, and he was just like, you know, he was showing me some stuff he did. You know, he's such a welcoming person. You know what I mean? Just same energy. He was like, hey, bro, you know, he had like can never forget, man, to be honest. He had a Drake Nothing Was the Same poster, like on his wall. And it was like right here. And I recorded in front of it on his mic. And he set up his camera. And he was just over there doing the logistics. And I did the song, excuse my French, but Pussy Is Mine by Miguel. And just playing it back and just listening to it, I just felt, I was just like, I had to go get my own stuff immediately. So I saved up what I could. And that's when I first learned about credit. And I went and put a laptop on credit. And I paid it off, and, you know, I was just in the studio since.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope. Music got you into your finances.
It's a great way you can put it. Music definitely got me into finances.
Hell yeah.
So you said you own some type of data warehouse. Can you elaborate on the people, what exactly that might be?
Yeah, so the company I own is called The Shaker's Vault. You know, y'all can go www.shakervault.com. You know, it's still in process, but my main source of revenue is my brand called Seven right now. You know, Seven, EVEN. You know, I've been working on that brand for a while now. But yeah, the data warehouse I use is because, like, even though I love music, I fell in love with just analytics. I wouldn't necessarily say marketing, but just the digital landscape of where the world is going. I fell in love with data because you can do so much with data. You can you can become such a asset to humans with data, especially business owners with data. You know, you can give them just valuable information that can essentially help them in a way, because, you know, we're in a, you know, America is a business. That's what you hear a lot. You know, we ran like a business, you know, so
Corporate America.
just economically, it just
sure.
makes sense, you know, just finding my niche in a professional setting. I felt like I was like, you know, let me be versatile, you know, even though like I love my art,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was blessed to find something that I love to do professionally. That
I
just
think it's
genuinely love.
I think it's awesome too, because it's something that you can utilize in your art in the long run. Something, you know what I'm saying? So you start finding data on a specific group who is interested in your music, or vice versa. You market your merch to them or brand. You know, there's so many ways you can take it with data. It's really endless. It depends on the data you're getting, of course, but
100%. But to answer your question, it's just it's a data warehouse where I put hours in weekly, monthly, and yearly, just collecting data on humans, ethical data on humans, legal data on humans. I would say
And not to confuse people, this isn't a physical warehouse.
no.
Why is the term warehouse used when referring to this like compilation of data?
Because there's multiple rows and columns of data, which is in one storage location, either on like a external storage or a cloud that stores hundreds to millions of lines of rows of data. So that's, I guess, the terminology, the data warehouse. You know, warehouse. Say for instance, you have a warehouse of clothes. You know, you have so many units of your clothes that you just have there. You know, it's just like cumulative. You know, it's a warehouse. So I guess whoever made the name, it makes sense. You know, you have so many units of data stored on an external device or a cloud. You know, all those units are stored in one place. You just warehouse it. You just house the data.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel that. I
storage
like
place
it.
that works. You can
Yeah.
work at.
How does that go hand in hand with everything you do? Like, do you take advantage of your own data warehouse?
Personally, I have not yet. I have not just. The plans are to market some of my merch, to you know, like homeowners, you know, people. And the reason I use homeowners because, you know, everyone that I would say is relevant have, I wouldn't say everyone that's relevant have a home. I mean, you can have an apartment, but, you know, every human that is, I feel like, that has some kind of intrinsic economic value to the world has a home, I would say, in a way. So that's why I use that, because my chances are greater for them to be possibly more financially stable than any other place I can pull my data that's easy. It's to someone that has some kind of foundation already
consistent.
established.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I have not just tested my warehouse out on any of my product yet. No, I haven't. But in the future, it is to come. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's very interesting. The backside of it.
So you be whooping ass.
You know, like, nah, I wouldn't say that.
That don't mean you don't do it. You just want to say
I
it.
wouldn't say that.
Too incriminating.
I wouldn't say that.
Nah, so you do you training Krav Maga and some kickboxing, correct?
For sure. Yep.
How'd that start? Like, why'd you walk into that gym?
You know, it's a backstory about that. When I was a kid, like 7 years old, when DBZ was playing, I was doing sit-ups the whole time. You know what I mean?
Getting ready.
You know what
ready
I
for
mean?
the fight.
You feel me? I was doing sit-ups and push-ups every episode. You know what I mean? So it just, being a warrior and being a fighter just somehow just got installed into my brain subconsciously. You know, and I feel like being programmed from a young age is just, I would say it's very strong. what a kid watches at a young age has a big effect on how they think in the future and like leading up to like where they are at that point in their life, whatever the age they are. Me growing up, all I watched was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, it was the only thing I watched from like the age 7 to maybe like 13. That's when I got more into like sports. So like even at the age of 13, you know, I was still doing my push-ups and everything, you know, and I was just always interested in even war, you know. Movie just came out called King. It's on Netflix, and just like his honor, you know, his stature was maybe like 5'9", 5'10", you know. But one thing about what he did is before he would send his men to war, he will always offer the head alpha of the other army a 1v1 because he didn't want to spill his own army's blood. And
Would they often take it, or they'd be like, "You bugging, dog? We got
Probably
all
the
these
first
motherfuckers."
few, and they're like, "Fuck, we
You
can't
know,
keep taking this guy on."
Right?
good question. The first one took it. Yup. The second one took it after he saw that his armors was getting slaughtered. So he was like, "Oh, nah, let me just go down here, you know, take it right quick, you know, see if I can, you know,
End this the other way.
you know, end this." Because the guy that was doing that, he was from England. In his last battle, they were fighting France. And after France was being beat, the head leader of France's army was like, "Hey, let me just go down here and just like see if I can offer him that." And the leader from England beat the guy from France. But how I walked into that gym, man, I feel like war is inevitable. I just feel like war is inevitable, and being able to defend yourself and the people that you love just righteously and ethically, that's one of the most important things you can do in this lifetime, this world, because everything is competitive. Like, we have things that we put on our feet. It's like basic economic complementary and complementary and competitive goods. Like, we all have these things that we put on our feet, but Nike got to make them, Crocs got to make them, whatever these shoes is got to make them. We all have clothes, but someone always think that they can do better. Someone always feel like they can trump another brand, or even when it comes down to countries, you know, going to war economically, you know. So
For sure.
Do you have aspirations to compete?
I actually got a tournament on this Saturday.
That's
Oh,
dope.
Sparring
nice.
tournament this Saturday.
Where at?
It's in Huntersville at the PMA gym in Huntersville.
PMH?
So there's
PMA.
two? You go to PMH.
PMA.
Okay, so there's a PMA in
Premier
Concord
Martial
and
Arts.
Huntersville?
It's like a PMA in Huntersville, Concord, Charlotte, Davidson, Cornelius.
So they're
it's
pretty
like this. They're like worldwide, man.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Nice.
So who's hosting the tournament? Are they hosting it themselves?
We're hosting it ourselves.
So like only
dope.
your gym can go?
Only the gym. Only PMA gyms can go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Heard. So you guys fight other gyms, or you fight within your gym? Or how does that work too? Because you said it's like it's Krav Maga, but with a little bit of offense, like kickboxing to it.
Yeah.
Is it just regular sparring?
Yeah. So just
Okay.
regular kickboxing.
No nut kicks.
No grappling. Definitely no. I
hope
don't
so.
think it's no nut kicks.
You're like, I don't
think,
want to. I don't know if I'm gonna do it if it's nut kick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's Jeet Kune Do at a gym that I went to, and when they would be practicing it, they would have to do like nut kicks and shit, but they wouldn't actually kick each other in the nuts. They would hold the pad out because they wouldn't like actually kick each other in the nuts. They would just be like, not even in between them. Nah. They would just like hold it out like this and you kick like the height of it. And then I almost did the class, but I was just like, I felt like I didn't want to like accidentally kick a motherfucker in his nuts because I would practice shit like that.
Yeah, so we practice that for like street combatives.
How do you practice that? How do you like? What's the
Yeah,
pad
yeah.
holding situation?
Yeah, so we use a shield pad. And we just like put it like level up to your groin, and then we just practice our strikes. Even hand growing strikes. We call it growing strikes, but I know what you're talking about. We practice hand growing strikes and leg growing strikes.
Yeah.
It's dope. You said you started this year, almost a year now?
I started this year in like late January.
That's awesome. You said it in words. It was one of the biggest things that's like helped shape your life since you started. In what way
For sure.
would you say, and why?
So,
Because you seem like a very disciplined person already, since you were young. It seems like it was instilled in you.
well, with martial arts, man, it's just like, just definitely focus, man.
The focus.
Like you would see, like, I'm not saying I can go Super Saiyan or nothing and like have this aura around me, but just like charging up focus for strikes, like it's so amazing, man. And you do some kind of martial arts too, but like maybe you can relate to this. But when you're practicing a strike countless amount of times and you're learning how to breathe, control your breathing and your focus, like it's so rewarding and it's so like addicting how the transition of how maybe you get in the mirror, you're doing something, you're working out, you're not going to see results
Right.
every
Immediately.
day, just like growing. You're not going to wake up one morning and some muscle popped up if you just started working out. Maybe you'll see you have a pump on you, maybe like a couple of days, a couple of weeks down the road. But like every day I go to my gym, I feel my power level increasing. Like I feel myself getting more snappier. I feel myself going through an object just flowing. It's so rewarding. So just like that focus and just like feeling my power just build every time I go there. It's so addicting. And definitely emotional intelligence, man, because like I feel like, and I will honestly speak on this, man. I feel like, emotional intelligence, especially for a man, is very important.
For sure.
And I feel like it teaches me so much balance. It helps with my cognitive function. Just I can take more verbally now than I could in the past. Even though I played football, but like just going there, releasing all that stress and knowing that what I'm capable of. In the workplace, it's just like if I have a boss being just want to exert just some negativity on me, just because he feel like he can, or just a human can exert some negativity on me just because they feel like they can. It's almost just like release that PS. All right. And it feels good. I feel like that's the balance that I have learned. It was so rewarding.
Like
That's
a new
awesome.
level of confidence, you say.
A new level of confidence and a new level of just relaxation, man. Just not letting just like negativity get to you. Having control over your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah. You said new level of calm. Maybe not when you're like, working or whatever, but growing up when you were in school and whatnot, were you ever like a weed smoker?
Nah. Especially not high school. Nah, never.
You're always straight edge, or you Alabama boy. I'll be drinking out there.
Now, I won't lie. It's been a couple weekends. Yeah. I done had a couple Bud Lights. Yeah, I done had a couple Bud Lights on the weekends. But to be honest, we didn't really have that because we were so small. Like, and I was in the crib. I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't working, I was in the crib, bro. I was in the crib because my family was so big. It was just like, yeah, I had my boys and stuff like that, but like our family was so big, and I had like my cousins' gaps was like, say for instance, I was like 12. Well, my cousin was probably like 6, and then I had like 6, 4, 3, and newborn. Like, to be honest, they were my dogs, man.
Yeah. You had everything you needed right there.
We were kicking it, bro. We were
Yeah.
on the weekends. The aunties would come through bringing chips, ice cream, and movies. We was in the crib just kicking it, bro. Like, I didn't really start going out for real until I was like in the 11th grade, man. And if that, it was probably like once every other weekend.
That's crazy. That's like, I feel like that's a much more like how people used to grow up. You know what I mean? Like in their family, and then they go out and see the world type shit. Not like, I feel like I learned a lot growing up out in those ages with people, but like you grew up learning that stuff with your family to those ages, you know? That's cool.
For sure, But yeah, you know, I got funny story is man, senior year of prom, I came back to my crib drunk, bro. And it was a nightmare, man. It was a nightmare because no one in my family ever knew that I have ever drunk alcohol. Maybe because
And now you coming back to a whole group of motherfuckers,
you know,
giving their
mean?
opinion.
Yeah.
So what was that like? First off, what was that prom night like?
The prom night was great, man. I didn't go to prom, but it was great, man. It was like the first time
I was too busy drinking.
You came home prom night drunk, ain't even go to prom. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, to be honest, it was like, so where I'm from, and I know you guys oppose this, but I'll tell you my 8th grade banquet. It was like, you know, white people on this side, black people on this side.
Oh, word?
You guys can put the rest together.
Alabama.
You know what I mean? So prom night, it was almost like, you know, it was at this white girl's house, and all the softball team was there, volleyball team was there. So it was just like, oh snap, first time Brock is out. Let's just see what it was like. Let's see what's going on, because I never went out to those types of settings.
Yeah.
And I think I went a little too hard.
So who was there? You was there with your like your black homies, your white homies,
black homies, yeah.
Okay.
Homies. But what got me messed up? It was like, you know, my white boys. He was like, "Hey man, come to the truck, bro. We got some of this wild turkey, bro.
Oh no, you got
some of this
liquor.
wild turkey, bro." I'm like, "All right, whatever, bro. You know, I got this. You know, nah. First time ever drinking hard liquor in my life."
What the fuck is wild turkey?
I just think it's like it's a brown liquor. I'm not sure what exactly. It's a whiskey or bourbon or what, but
Where? Okay,
yeah.
so you 8th grade or no? This is prom.
This is prom, like senior prom. Yeah.
All right, so you at Vanessa's house. You said white girl, so I'm just call her Vanessa. You at Vanessa's house. And Tucker tells you come out, have some of this wild turkey.
After I was like 18 beers deep.
After you 18 beers, so you was already you went
Beer,
and then liquor. Damn.
Yep. Beer, liquor, sugar.
So all right, what happened? Tell us about you? You had a shot. You had a what? What happened when you went out there?
Just swigging from the bottle.
100% swigging from the bottle. Just to prove like I'm because before that I was great, man. Like I was really functioning. So after that it was just like downhill from there. You know.
Yeah, he was just drunk. He was like, man, I do this. What you mean? I can drink. He said, go.
It didn't hit me until I got in the car.
You drew? How you get?
No. I got my homies drove. Got in the
Okay.
car. His dad had gave him the whip. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to his whip. I exorcism all over his dad's whip.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say y'all got in a
But
wreck.
shout out to him. He cleaned it up for me, bro. So
What a good friend.
what a great
For real,
friend.
for real.
He know who he is. T. Millie. Shout out to
See,
my
that's
boy
like
T.
my
Millie.
thing with throw up, but like if I see throw up, I'm throwing up. So like,
Oh,
someone
you
throws
one
up
of
in my car, I'm
those?
sorry, but you gotta clean it because I'm gonna throw up. Trying to clean up your throw up, you know,
Oh,
it's not gonna
man.
go well.
I ain't never had to clean no one's throw up. Knock on wood. I never really
I don't think
want
I could.
to. Yeah, that's next level.
For real.
So you got home and then what happened?
Yeah. I got home, so one of my homies, bro, they was like, he's a very extra human being. I would say this, love him to death. But I'm just gonna be frankly honest with y'all, man, because this is the vibe where I'm from. It's just like, you know, you have all this melanin, you have all the trees, all this just like carbon, just thick humidity. So the energy down there is just like so intense. It's so intense. Everybody is just beating on their chest, alpha, you know what I mean? So, and it's just like, got home. All I remember is I opened the door, and this one guy, he just turned around with both of his feet and just cartoon kicked me out the door. Boom.
Wait, what? At your house?
And I just went and just landed. Couldn't do nothing. I just wanted to get in my bed, bro. So I was walking to the door. My grandmother.
Wasted.
Yeah. I walked to the door, opened the door. No, my grandmother walked to the door, opened the door, and she was like, all right, yeah, y'all have a good night. You know, and I was walking, and I was just walking, and it was the water hose in the middle of the ground. I tripped over the water hose.
Uh-oh.
And that's all she wrote. She was like, get up, you all right? I was like, nah, grandma, I'm not. She's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I was thinking. I said, somebody put something in my drink. And I couldn't lie to her like that, bro, because she went OD. I couldn't lie to her because she was just
She was about
panicking.
to pull up.
She's gonna find them. Yeah.
100%. So I was like, I can't say that.
Yeah.
What's their name? Where were you? No, I said, nah, Grandma, I'm drunk. And then she just left me there. She said, you're going to have to deal with this by yourself tonight. So I crawled to the bathroom, threw up all night. Next morning, my dad was like, you're not playing baseball this season.
Oh, he hit you with it hard.
I played baseball that season, bro. I played baseball that season. I was not giving that up.
Damn, just because you had a little sip, like, come on, son. You in Alabama.
But our family down there, we're really like,
Christian?
You know, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Got you.
You know, well respected in the area. So that's one thing why they was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, they gave everything to me, give everything to me, you know. Well, not give everything to me. They give me, it's like a good trade-off, you know. But
So what made you think it was appropriate to come home that drunk?
because I didn't think I was going to get that drunk.
Thought you was going to play
that
it off.
turkey.
I didn't think I was going to get that drunk at all, you know, at all. But I had to go home because I never stayed out all night. So I would rather take that chance than to stay out all night and have to deal with my uncles and my dad. You know, that was just a calculated decision I had to make.
He was like,
Trust me, I
"Alright."
thought about this. I thought about it all the way home.
He's like, should I go here or should I fight this battle tomorrow? He's like, let's get it over with.
Worst thing about that situation is I had to go to church the next morning. I had to sit next to the drums.
Damn.
Damn,
That
your head
puts you
was on
close.
some other
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, terrible.
Damn, how was you feeling in church? Was you like, damn, this is the devil?
Man,
Got
I
to
was
me.
just
He was repenting.
100%. 100%.
That's funny, dog. So, would you call yourself religious?
Yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, I would say.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But am I spiritual? 100%. But since that's how I was raised.
Elaborate on that, what you mean.
Yeah, for sure. I can. Yeah. So, like, I was raised that way. And I've made it so far. You know what I mean? So, it's just like, there's no way I can discredit my beliefs and what I've been through. But I feel like it's almost like faith without works is dead. You can believe all day, but if you ain't putting in no work, you know, I mean, it could happen, but you gotta at least do some work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trust me, I've tried that. I've had a test, and I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna trust. I go in there and I 20%. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, okay, you know, I give Jesus and God his credit, but like I work on this world, you know, even if it's like doing research about astrology, space. You know, I take the knowledge. I'm like, this is your playground. You know what I mean? So let me give you your credit and let me go in here and work.
Are you a Pisces?
Not a Pisces.
You
but
a Cancer?
I'm 100%.
You Cancer?
Yeah.
My first guess was Cancer, but I was like, I'm just guessing Cancer because I'm a Cancer, and you do shit that I do. So I was like, let me try something else. I don't even know about Pisces. I don't know anything other than Cancers, to be honest. So like, usually I guess Cancer.
Yeah.
That's cool.
For sure. But man, I feel like this world is a beautiful place, man. Even when you're studying, like what they say about the Kundalini, things like that.
Kundalini?
Yeah, like chakras and stuff like that.
I'm thinking. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about cunnilingus.
No.
I
What the
was
fuck is that?
Eating that thing.
What the fuck did you call it?
Eating that thing.
Kundalindus?
Cunnilingus. So would you say Kundalini?
Yeah, it's like
Kundalini.
You said it was too close. It was too close. I was like, what? With the stars? That's crazy. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Or you said that?
No, I just said even when it comes to like different chakras,
Yeah.
things like that, different like stones and things like that. Because like what does it say? We were made from dirt. Blew dirt into us, but like all of those stones, everything is made from the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Bars.
Like, you gotta think about it. To be honest, we have so many minerals inside of us. Minerals comes from like ores and like different dirt. So it's just
You got like a favorite stone?
I would say probably quartz of Tire Your Eyes. I like those. I like more than that name. I'm not gonna say it, but like quartz or tiger eyes, 100%.
What's it supposed to like represent?
I would have to do reading. Yeah, that's something. That's one thing about me. That's why I write a lot of things down because I really don't remember a lot, but I have an archive.
I feel like I have really good memory. It's just my recall is what struggles now as I'm getting older.
For sure.
It's like because if someone will like bring something up or spark that thought or memory back, it'll come back. It's just my recall is shit these days. I think it's the tree, bro, for sure.
And then one reason I say that because if someone that knows about that say something about it, I feel like let me not speak on anything if I don't know about it because that's the easiest way to get criticized, and that's one thing I really don't like to do.
Speak on things you don't know about.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because I don't like to go into debates about that stuff like that.
I feel that, but also like podcasting, I feel like sometimes you just end up talking about something, you're learning about it on the pod.
You get off the pod and you're like, oh, I was way off.
Well, that's what they'll comment. That's good for the
It's
algorithm. Hell yeah, bro, that's pretty cool. So, what else have we not covered? We know that you. What are the other things about you that people don't know? We know that you're a musician. We know you a ass kicker. We know you a data scientist. What are the things about you that the people don't know? You could dance?
Bro, I do not dance.
You can't dance? No rhythm?
I have rhythm, but that ain't nothing I'm going to just get out and just do. You know what I mean? I leave that to the dancers, man. See, if I dance, I'm going to dance like I just don't dance, man. I got rhythm, but I just don't dance.
You do your little old man jig or something?
You feel me?
That's probably
okay.
You feel me? That's all you're going to get out of me. Give
That'll
me the cookout. I'm going to snap a couple fingers,
There you go.
back and forth,
Right.
Okay, cookout. You be chefing?
I can cook, man.
Yeah?
I can decently cook. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm definitely get like 7.5. Maybe even an 8 on a good day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I respect that. I feel like everybody want to just go straight away with the 8, but you said 7.5, 8 on a good day. So now I feel like you mean that shit.
Yeah. Now if I'm just throwing something together, I'm gonna still get you to 6.5.
Okay.
But if I'm really into it,
Yeah.
and I'm really trying to cook it with love, bro, I'm gonna get you right. You know what?
Yeah.
So what you be cooking? What are your the dishes that you specialize in?
What I specialize in, okay. I'm not gonna say pasta, but I can cook fish. Fish either on the stove or even in the stove, on top of the stove, like searing or I can cook a good chicken breast, man. Like people like sleep on how good a chicken breast can be cooked.
It's got to be cooked right.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to do. You know,
keep
it's
it
either
juicy.
it's either juicy or dry. It's,
because a lot
fine line.
of time people get scared of the salmonella not cooking the chicken all the way through. So like if you can cook it just right, like you said, juicy.
Yeah.
But one thing I like to do, I like
Don't
to cook
overcook
mine
it.
thin. That way it can cook all the way
Quicker
through.
too.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
You be worried, you just don't care about the salmonella. You be like,
No, I do care about the salmonella.
Yeah, don't fuck with that with chicken.
I care about the salmonella.
What about like Liver King, who just be eating shit
You don't
raw?
eat chicken raw.
Is chicken like the only one that they're like, yo, don't fuck with that?
Pork too, I think, right?
I don't know. I don't eat
Pork's,
anything raw.
I'm pretty sure pretty bad.
I'm not even big on sushi.
You get like, I don't eat sushi. I don't eat anything raw.
Yeah,
I barely eat cold food, I'm a very fucking picky
That's
eater.
good though. That's good. Like I had sushi last night actually.
Really?
Sushi?
Yeah, I had sushi
I'm
last
so
night.
scared of like, I see just, obviously it's one in an occurrence, but I see on TV people getting like worms and
Parasites.
shit. Yeah, I'm just so afraid of that shit.
100%. And that's one thing my grandmother told me because she does like holistic practices, and she was like, "You gotta leave that sushi alone, man." And like,
You don't?
He was like, I had some sushi last night.
Yeah.
but I've been getting a whole lot better with it, honestly.
You
Like
got like
relax or
a thing
what?
like you like sushi?
It's an acquired taste, man. It's really good. Raw food is just like even oysters, man. Like
Really?
it's
Oh, you next level.
See,
You know
I'm a
what I
big
mean?
texture guy.
texture guy.
Yeah. So like sushi is very soft and mushy. Not exactly my kind of texture.
It'd be cold too, bro.
It
Like
cold.
when I'm
At that,
eating,
it's not
like
warm.
it gives me like you know when you eat a hot pocket and like it got that little cold part in it, like even
it's
that.
just
100%, bro.
terrible now. It's like it's not even the same fucking hot
So
pocket.
now it's just the whole thing is cold. That's what I mean. I could rock with the California roll.
California roll.
Yeah, well the crunchy California roll.
It's like the fried one.
Or they also have ones with tuna where I'm like, all right, that's not too sushi-ish,
Yeah.
I could rock with tuna.
Cooked?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't really get how tuna works.
It's that non-cooked shit.
Tuna
But then
gives
it's
me
like they say it's supposed to be so clean, you know, with it being sushi. Like it's really fresh fish. It's clean if it's properly like treated and held, or you know what I mean, cut correctly. and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like you can't get sick off. Like they don't make you sign a waiver. Like so, it can't be that bad when you go get sushi.
Or maybe it's just like everyone knows type shit.
Maybe where you get your
At
sushi
Joe
from?
Riz.
This place called Mr. Tokyo.
Oh hell yeah, Mr. Tokyo's
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
I haven't had sushi there, but I get about you there.
I like to get my shit from like the gas station.
Yeah, you gotta try Mr. Tokyo.
Yeah, that sounds like how you get parasites.
Yeah, it's close to
Fuck.
the 7-Eleven.
It's supposed to be cold. It's fucking warm.
Yeah, they got it next to the fucking like sodas.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like, oh, that's a good idea. A Monster Energy and a sushi. Hell yeah.
I like to do a lot of research on history. That's a lot of things people don't know about, man. Just ancient history.
You love war.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite warrior?
If I would have to pick, man, I couldn't give you my favorite. I couldn't give you my favorite warrior, but I could give you my favorite. Just, I like the Viking style of war.
What do you like about it?
The surprise, the flanking,
Mm.
the art,
He's a surprise, motherfucker.
the flanking.
He's a part
Tell me
Viking.
about that. I'm not part Viking.
You not?
No, I'm just German. The fuck?
You from that region?
I just figured like it's somewhere in your blood.
You're not? We'll sprinkle that some of that shit in there.
Well, yeah. What do you? So yeah, tell us about the Vikings. Some things we don't know.
Yeah, because what I know of as a Viking is just big brute dudes. How are they like flanking people? How did they not see them coming?
No, for sure. Just like the art of surprise, like you said, like so if it's so many different styles because a lot of kings they like peace. I would say Viking like like that means like that's like seven, like it's like seven kings. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Oh,
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that though.
yeah.
Previously.
But like
That's why you have 7. That's your brand.
no, 7 is just because like my 7
July?
you know,
Okay.
7. You know what I mean? I like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know, 7 is just like a number I like. You know what I mean? And 7 is so close to 1. You know what I mean? The way you look at it, it's just so close to the number 1.
Like optically.
Yeah, you know how 1 is like
Yeah,
one is
optically.
It's like this is closer.
Not
one.
digitally.
Yeah.
Numerically.
Okay,
Yeah,
I feel that.
great, great way to put it. But
7's one of my favorite numbers too.
for sure, 7. I would say 7. 1 is 7 and 1 and 13. I like 9 a lot, but 7
Mine's
is
11 and
definitely
23.
Yeah.
You were
I like
born
9 too, as
Yeah.
well.
July 13th.
July 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
June 27th.
June 27. Okay, so you were born in June.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
What
barely
was yours? July what?
3rd.
3rd.
Happy
Yeah.
belated.
Happy
Appreciate it. What about
belated.
you?
November 23rd.
November 23rd.
97.
Nice. Yeah, we
Yeah.
ain't here vibing for real.
My birthday's on Thanksgiving this year. It's like every 4 years. It's weird.
Hell yeah. Be eating good on the birthday.
Yeah, for sure.
You invite people over and like they don't bring gifts because they thought it was like a
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
I kick 'em out.
thing. They're like, oh.
This happened a few years back. And I was like, did you forget which day it was?
Damn.
We're thankful for me.
That was funny. So yeah, you like Vikings though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What do you like their the 7 kings? So what does that mean? Like there be 7 leaders in the Viking like tribes?
Yeah, I can't go into detail on that. I don't know what that means.
You don't know
I
enough.
what that
You
means.
you speak to the point of which
Yeah.
you can't get criticized for. I respect that.
Yeah,
I
speak to the
respect
point of
that.
going. But no, just like research I've done, it's just like, like you know what a garrison is, right?
I do not.
So a garrison. Like a lot of times, like if people are in wars, you know what I mean? Like just to see like who touched first. Like you touch me first, I'm gonna touch you first, like if they have like the confidence, another Viking tribe set out a garrison, like on that the people that they're trying to go to war with land, just to see how they will react.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but a lot of people they'll send scouts out, but on that garrison, sometimes they don't even know the garrison to be maybe like 20 miles just on the edge of that person's coast. So you have, you know, your you have your garrison set up with like your camps. I'll use camps. You know, sometimes people be on camps for like months and months and months just scoping out. You know, and it's two things. You know, it's always because they want the land, or they want to attack first because they know that, you know, you're probably going to attack them, and that's the tricky thing about it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like wars are started because, you know, you have like I would say just miscommunication in a way. Maybe someone's like a vigilante, you know, sending things to like another king, another land, you know, just trying to provoke that person. Whole time the king don't know anything about it. That's why, like, kind of like like not even treason. That's why a lot of times, you know, you see people get beheaded and things like that because they're doing, you know, unethical war practices
for their own benefit.
For their own benefit, exactly. For their own benefit, man. You know, provoking a king to go to war because not necessarily because they need to go to war with these people, but just because they want their land. Like, you know, just like what's your motive? Like, how ambitious are you?
What's your thought process in the saying of all's fair in love and war? If you're saying that there's unethical things, but, you know, some people believe, yo, we at war. It's whatever happened.
Yeah, that's a wicked saying. All is fair in love and war.
It was pretty wicked.
Comparing love and war together.
Well, I would say once it start. But, like, you know, like once it start, like, I'm in there. But, like, if it's like, you know, I'm the kind of person, like, if I see I'm in control and, like, you would kind of back down in a situation like, okay, like, it's over. I'm not going to, like, send my troops in to, like, you know, destroy villages, take women, kill men. You know, like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to the point of control, to the point of surrender. And then if we go to war, obviously I'll put my flag there. You're under my legion now. You're under my, you know, regime now.
Hell yeah, I feel that.
But I would have a more defensive mindset. You know what I mean? You know, if I had to start I would say I start a village or whatever. I would really work on my defense, work on my trade, work on becoming valuable. So, like, another king, they see me valuable. They need me. Why would you destroy me? And we're providing something that you can't get nowhere else. You know, just creating value.
Like that data.
Yeah. Creating value.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yo, so if you guys need some data, hit up the data king himself.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Let them know where they could find you.
At DeShager's Vault. That's DESHAGERSVALT.com.
What about social medias? Or do you not want them to have that?
That's cool. DeShager's Vault LLC. Yeah. My regular Instagram is Brock D. Mitchell.
But what about your marketing company? Seven.
The Shaker's Vault.
Seven's under the Shaker's Vault.
Heard.
That's just the clothing brand.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Brock. Thank you for coming on.
Man, I appreciate the invite, man. Thank y'all.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Peace out, everyone.
Thanks for coming.